The 912th edition of the MMA Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with promo code MMA SGPN.
Howdy ho, degenerinos. Welcome to episode 912 of the MMA Gambling Podcast and the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, dedicated to Zeus, aka Alexis Zarman-Titus. We'll talk about why. This gentleman gets an episode dedicated to him in a second. Thank you for coming to the show. I am still Mr. Worldwide, Jeff Fox, alongside me, Daniel Gumby Vreeland. And this is one of our no UFC, no problem weeks. It was a problem a few weeks ago when there was no UFC, but not this week. The Octagon is actually going to be, technically it's not going to be dark because it's going to be lit up in the UFC Apex on Tuesday, but there'll be no UFC event this coming Saturday. Week after, they are in Perth, and then they have 9 straight weeks of UFC events. But in the meantime, plenty of regional MMA to cover. That's pretty much where we excel, especially after our performance this past weekend at the UFC. Well, we'll say the regional is where we butter our bread, or whatever the expression is that I always butcher. So as you can see by the title, Brave CF98 is what we're covering today. Brave, they're constantly sending me emails about their events, and we're going to cover it. But we cover them once in a while. It's actually, this event's got quite a few, not quite a few, but a few names you will remember from the old Octagon. All right. The person here at Chuckle is Daniel Gumby Vreeland. He's going to tell you why Mr. Zeus, Mr. Zarman-Titus, got an episode dedicated to him.
Yeah, he was one of our lightning round picks this past weekend for Cage Warriors 193. Curtain jerker fight plus 750. And he cashed with a unanimous decision win. That was it. I don't even know that it was that sweaty, other than he looked awful in round 2. Like, he clearly won round 1. He looked really, really bad in round 2. And then he came out in round 3 and looked like he did in round 1. And I was like, oh, okay, we got this. So plus 750 in the bag. And we had an awesome week on non-UFC MMA. Granted, UFC or Noche UFC, not my favorite event of all time. Although I think we're back to me beating you now.
You beat me last week. Yeah,
I beat you last week. So that's important for me as well.
We both were losers, but yes.
Yeah, it was not a good week for either of us. But Rafa Garcia came through. So shout out to Rafa Garcia. But in the non-UFC MMA, we went 4-1 on Contender Series this week.
Yep.
With a pair of underdogs. We went 4-1 on Cage Warriors. We went 4-1 on Octagon. And what was the other event we covered this week? Octagon.
LFA?
Oh, we went 3-1. They canceled the fight in LFA, and we went 3-1 in that. So didn't lose more than one fight in the whole thing. We went 15-4 overall, which is a pretty good run. We're back to being up like 36 units. And that's 36 units, not counting our lightning round picks, which could have been, much, much better.
Yes.
Because not only did we hit the lightning round pick with Zarman-Titus too, Lucas Eliash over in Octagon plus 150 hit as well. So make sure you listen to the end of the show.
Yeah, of course. I was going to dedicate an episode to him because he reached out to me on Instagram saying, saying thanks, nice content. Sorry I didn't have time.
That's awesome.
and forgot to share the post because I posted a video of the lightning round picks, and I said, well, congrats on the win. I forgot he was a big dog. We knew.
Plus one. I think I said I liked him only because, well, this isn't maybe the nicest thing to say about him. I like Eliash, but I mostly liked him because I thought Amir Al Khan was a bum and is largely just overrated every time he fights. And I thought Eliash was better than that. So but still underdog play. Gotta love an underdog play.
And the plus 750, you didn't know. We don't have odds yet, did we?
No, we didn't have odds. Yeah. I think I said, and I don't remember exactly, but I think I said on the show, he's got a 4-2 record, so people are probably doubting him. So I'll take whatever I can get on him. But dude, the Greeks for me in Cage Warriors have just been incredible. Constantino Datellis started it all off, and I think I've hit 3 or 4 underdogs who are born in Greece, which is this is definitely the best one. But for some reason, Greek fighters doing the job.
That's quite a specialty, a little niche.
I'm really good at Greek regional fighters.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we were speaking of odds and stuff. This is coming out before Contender Series Tuesday. You ended up in on a lot of dogs. A lot of fights that you thought were going to be favorites, and they were dogs when I just checked. You got Sosa as a dog.
I knew Etcher Sosa was a dog.
He was going to be a big favorite.
Right.
Baranowski, you pretty much were right in the right range for that.
Yeah, I said like plus 180, and he was plus 185 when I saw him.
Livingston, you thought was going to be a pretty a favorite, and he's a dog right now.
That swung. Wait, that swung to him being
plus
a dog?
115. I saw him at. Yeah,
he was negative 155 when it posted, and I laid off hoping it would come down. So it's good that you just told me that, because that's news to me. He's a dog now.
Yeah. Yeah, McCory sadly is a big favorite. You were hoping it was to pick him, and then you
what is his? He's a big favorite. You said
196.
That's actually come down a bit. He was negative 210 when I first saw it. So,
and then Uchigbu, you nailed it, minus 175. So
okay, so the only one that really swung in the other direction that I was super shocked about was Livingston. And we're gonna let that come up a little bit longer before we.
There you go. All right. Enough of there's gonna be lots more chit chat, but we got another probably half hour of chit chat, but it's gonna be chit chat, not talk about the past or contenders. We're gonna tell you about how you're gonna win some money on Brave CF 98 this week after I call up the ad reads. And I remind you, first of all, we still have 25% off everything in our merch store. So go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Type in football at checkout. You can get 25% off everything. There's lots of good MMA gambling podcast merch there. Hats, shirts, mugs, whatnot. So check all that out. Basically the same for every show on the network too. So sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store, football at checkout. All right, where are we headed to for Brave? China. They're a Middle Eastern promotion, but they're headed to China. Zhengzhou, Henan, China on the 19th of September, which would be this coming Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. So this is a Degen special, if I ever heard one. If you have hopefully, it seems like a lot of people are still working from home, so you'll have no trouble slacking off work and watching yourself some Brave. They are broadcast through their site, right? They're one of those internal.
Yeah, there's it's like an online pay-per-view. Their modus operandi.
Yep. So it's at 9 a.m. Like I said, Friday. Brave CF 98 is taking place. If you want to go watch it, the Henan TV Studio 8 in Zhengzhou, Henan, China. 9 fights. We're going to cover more than half of them. We're going to give you 5, and then we'll have 4 to choose from for the lightning round. Thoughts on the card before we dive in? We've covered Brave before. The pretty solid promotion.
Love Brave. One of the best announcing teams in the whole world. I'll throw that out there to start. This one's especially fun because it's got some, since it's in China, they're co-promoting with one of the Chinese promotions that happens to have a couple of the Road to the UFC / Contender Series guys on it. So that's kind of fun. And then it seems like they cherry picked EFC for this event.
Yeah.
I don't know why it feels, or maybe they had they signed some of those EFC guys for when they had that showdown in South Africa 6 months ago. And now they just hung on to them. But Hwende and Biko being on there is kind of fun.
Yep. Yeah. This is going to be a worldwide episode for Mr. Worldwide. We got everything. We got Ukraine, we got China, we got South Africa, Turkey, and India. We're going to start off with the Indian fighter in the very first fight here, which is main card fight, bantamweight, Haitao T. He is from China. Kantharaj Agasa. He is from India. 3 5-minute rounds, 135. No odds yet, but Brave is another one that I think my bookie has it, and I think most of the books usually have it. Do they not?
Yeah, it's better in trying to find. Yeah, it's better to try to find Brave odds when you have a down week for the UFC, because then the books are usually looking for a little bit more action, and Brave CF winds up filling some of that void for them.
Yep, and you people will be demanding it anyhow, so they will get some action. Agasa will tell you about first, the Indian fighter. Kannadiga is the nickname. I think that's a region or a people in India. He is 12-4, like an ethnic group. 12-4, 2 knockouts, 5 submissions. He's been knocked out 3 times. He's 1-1 in Brave. Win-loss over his last 4, 2-4 over his last 6. TKO loss in his last bout. That was back in August 2024. He's not won a fight since August 2022. He went 1-1 in one championship, which at one time was a big fighting promotion.
Once upon a time.
It's still the biggest, we'll say, Muay Thai fighting promotion in the world. Used to fight at 145 and 170. That's T-I is how you spell his last name. If you're looking for him on your betting slips, 16-6, 5 knockouts, 10 submissions. So he's finished almost everyone. And yeah, he's been knocked out twice, submitted 3 times. So that adds up to him owing us rounds. Damn it. This is his debut in Brave. He's won 4 straight, 9 of 10. Submission win in his last bout. He's not lost since September 2022. He has fought at 125 and 145. He's 5 inches taller than Agasa, 3-inch reach advantage over him.
So I think Haitao is going to be a pretty big favorite. My guess is like the negative 325 range. And the bottom line is just like his strengths are the weaknesses of Agasa. So like if you watch Agasa, first of all, he throws with his whole ass every single time he throws. Like there are no half-ass punches here. It's only whole ass punches for Agasa. And like, you know, on one hand, that's worked for him in a lot of regional fights because he's fighting low-level opponents and stuff like that. But on the other hand, when you're fighting a guy who's got range on you, ST is most likely going to have a good amount of range on him, or at least fights much longer than him in addition to, you know, having some length in his legs. Like, I think it's going to be hard for him to find a home for that, which is the first problem. And the second problem is Agasa, pretty damn good wrestler. Like he's kind of the prototype of what you expect when you think of like an Indian wrestler, you know, like that's one of their better bases over in that portion of the world. But like he seems, and this is going to sound mean, but he seems pretty inept when it comes to jiu-jitsu. Like he has good takedowns, but he has no ability to like hold somebody down or move to half guard. You know, he's struggled a little bit with his submission defense from time to time and things like that. And now Haitao is the right type of person to exploit all those problems. Because like I said before, he's long, he throws some nice push kicks. He himself has like pretty good wrestling, but it's like the Agasa style of wrestling is like, I'm way stronger than you and way more physical than you. And like T is just like much more technical and does a better job of getting in on the legs. So like, first of all, I already like that from T. And then second of all, too, even if Agasa was the one taking down T's jiu-jitsu is really nice. Like I like a lot of things about it. You know, front headlock submissions. I like his ability to work off his back. Like if he were to get Agasa down, especially after he tires him out, like I think a submission from the top is there. Like I almost guarantee you won't find a sports book out there that offers you exact finish props from Brave CF. Like I almost guarantee it's not out there. But if it is, Haitao by submission. I think he's going to submit Agasa on one of his bad shots.
All right, you tell your local book.
We want it.
MyBookie.ag. Let them know our sponsors that we demand a Brave CF fancy place for sure. All right. Speaking of MyBookie.ag, why don't I tell you about them? Because they do sponsor us. MyBookie.ag is your place to bet on football and everything else. Their prop builder is second to none. Their motto is bet on anything, anywhere, anytime. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Have you seen Brave CF there? I'm pretty sure I've seen
him there at least once. But
okay,
again, I think it's easier when there's not a UFC week. So we'll see.
Yeah, should be a good week. Head to mybookie.ag. Even if they don't have Brave CF, they have pretty much every other regional event that we do cover. And when sign up there, and when you do, use our promo code MMA SGPN. That way you get 100% bet back bonus up to $500 for new customers. That's mybookie.ag, promo code MMA SGPN. Oh, it's great. The ad is being typed right in front of my eyes as I'm reading this, Gumby.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good
it's
one.
Being updated.
Are we talking about our good boys at Rhythm?
We're talking about our good boys at Rhythm. I can read it as it's being typed. That'd be hilarious. Rhythm's off to it. No, I can't. Well, I'll do Rhythm after this fight. Once the boss hopefully updates the.
I like that. We'll come back. This is how the coffee's made right here.
This boys. You're seeing behind the scenes. We are going to 130 now. So a catch weight bout. Jiniushiyue, he is from China, all one word. Luthando Biko, he is from South Africa. 3 5-minute rounds, 130. Biko is shorty. How short is he? I didn't check. Let's see.
5-0.
Oh boy, you know who Gumby's gonna pick. All right, I'll break it down.
King.
I'll break it down regardless.
Kings, to be fair, I'm a short queen guy.
It's true. All right, Shorty Biko is 13-3 with 4 knockouts. He's been knocked out once, submitted once. He's 1-0 in Brave. He's won 5 straight. TKO win in his last bout. He's not lost a fight since September 2021. Regional champion. He's fight 135 and 145. A 5-foot featherweight. That's interesting. He's fighting. Do you know who he's fighting nickname wise? Little King Kong.
Yeah, we talked about Jiniushiyue.
We have.
Yeah.
A shorty versus Little King Kong is I love it when the nicknames match up like this. He is that's Jiniushiyue. He is 14-4, 5 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out once, so that will make him durable. This is his debut in Brave. He's won 1 of 3 and 8 of 10. He did win his last bout, though. He went 2-2 in Road to UFC, so he was on a couple seasons there. He's fought at 115 and 135. 11 years younger than Biko, 6 inches taller, not surprisingly, 3-inch reach advantage.
Yeah, I'm going to say Biko negative 200. It'd be higher if he wasn't 5 foot tall. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that he's 5 foot tall, but I'm just saying like the books definitely are less likely to install like a negative 700 favorite on a guy who needs a step stool to reach the cereal. So like, the thing is though, is I still love Biko in this fight. Like, I think the fact that he's 5 foot tall might actually be a benefit to him in this fight. Because if you watch Jiniushiyue, first of all, he's really tentative on his feet. Like this is a low volume fighter in terms of, I mean, like watch any of his Road to the UFC fights. He's feigning all day. He really wants to land the body kick, but he's almost afraid to let it go sometimes. And then like he's gotten a little bit of wrestling. Like it's clear to me that he likes to wrestle and he fancies himself a wrestler. But if you watch one of those, I think it was his last fight on Road to the UFC, he gets a body lock and he goes to lap press the guy that he's fighting and just basically pulls bottom mount. And you're just like, well, why did you try to lap press if you don't know how to lap press, right?
Because he's a little King Kong. That's why.
Yeah, and like, it's a nice thought, but like if you're gonna wind up in bottom mount, it's a much less nice thought. You're fighting with that fight IQ of a lot of guys at Noche UFC in that sense. But with that being said, Biko is a good wrestler, and again, I said, I think his size actually is a benefit to him. Part of that is that like he's got a low center of gravity. It's really easy for him to get in on legs. I've seen him, throw big over the top, like double legs that like sweep the guy's legs to the side. I've also seen him like, so instead of just saying like he's a powerful wrestler, like there's skill there too. Like I've seen him grab a single and turn it to a knee tap on the outside and finish the takedown that way. So like Biko is got a wealth of different takedowns. I don't know how well he would hang with Jiniushiyue on the feet if Jiniushiyue decided to throw a bunch and to have some volume. But then again, like I don't think that's a problem here. So I'm gonna go Biko, probably just barely cracking 2-1.
All right, Biko, it is. All right, we're gonna go to the ad read, but Gubby, it's changed. It's not going to be rhythm. It's gonna be no vig. Can you do that on the fly?
Yeah, we can flippy flop.
Look at this guy. Yeah. We're telling you, we're brought to you by Novig. That's spelled Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Since Novig is an exchange, you're getting some of the best prices in the market. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. So get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. All right, let's get just more waiting plays now. Shall we?
We got those done.
We shall. All right. We are moving on up the card because that's the way we go. We're going 165 yet. Next.
That's called that in Brave. Just so you know, that's called super lightweight.
Right. Yeah, that's right. I did see that. We got someone named Boris fighting Gumby. Oh boy, you excited? It's going to be a.
Do you know it's because he thinks he looks like Khamzat and his name is Khamzat?
Yeah, his name is Khamzat Maaev. He does not look like him, at least not topology wise. He is from Turkey. Farhad Ahmadov. He is from, I think, Azerbaijan, right? Yes, right. I recognize my flags now. Azerbaijan. Let's break it down. Super lightweight bout. Do they have a champion there, or is this a weight class they're just building up?
They sometimes have champions in those types of weight classes. I know I think they have a super welterweight champ.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a super lightweight champ yet.
Okay. All right, cool. We are going to tell you about the Azerbaijan fighter first. Ahmadov. It seems like there should be a K in there, but there's not. Ahmadov. 2-1 with 1 knockout. Never been finished in a fight. This is his debut in Brave. He lost his last bout. He's fought at 155, 170, and 185. There's no way you could have found tape on this guy. We'll find out.
I did.
Yeah, of course he did. Boris, the other Boris, is 5-1, 3 knockouts, 2 submissions. He's been knocked out once. He owes us rounds. Damn it. 2-1 in Brave. Submission win in his last bout. He's not fought though since August 2024. Fought at 155 and 170. How did you find tape on a 2-1 guy from Azerbaijan, Gumby?
I've found plenty of it.
The dark web.
You gotta know the seedy places to look. So first of all, Khamzat Maaev is gonna be like a negative 700 favorite.
Ooh, he's a good guy, is he?
So here's the thing: I don't know that he is.
How can you tell already? 3 fights.
No, I'm talking about
No, I mean,
Maaev. I'm
I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, Maaev is at 7, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Yeah. Right.
And I think he's going to be a negative 700 favorite or something in that range. And I'm going to pick Maaev, but I'm going to tell you not to. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you don't put any money on this guy because, like, on one hand, yes, he's had his moments where like people were comparing him to Khamzat and you're like, oh, is this guy that good? And then just like I implore you to go watch his fight where he loses. Like he gets absolutely ragdolled in the wrestling game. Doesn't look like he's up to snuff at all in it. His striking is weird. It's like mostly like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. It's like his hands are down and they come straight out and they don't seem to go to his face or look like they have anything behind him. Like he just doesn't look like a comfortable striker. And then to see him ragdolled in the wrestling game, it's like pretty bad. But with that being said, in all the wins, when he isn't fighting a really good wrestler, he controls the position well and he has some submission threats, right? Because he's fighting a much worse level of competition. And here, Ahmadov, I think, is just going to be bad enough that he can do what he wants to do. You know, Ahmadov, if you watch, like, you know, he's 2-1. The loss comes when he, you know, got out grappled a little bit here and there. And then on top of that too, like it's all big, wide arm punches where he's trying to like knock the guy's head off. There's not a lot of composure there. And like that just screams like, hey, please duck under one of these and take me down. So I think Maaev is going to win that way. But I just like, if he posts at the number that I'm talking about, the negative 600, 700, like stay away from it because like he doesn't deserve a negative 600 or 700 line at this stage in his career. And I certainly wouldn't suggest like rolling that into a parlay or anything.
All right. Gumby's going to take the bullet for you. He's going to play him and you're not allowed to, ladies and gentlemen. We're to our co-main event already. It is at featherweight. Bin Ji or Ji Bin. He is from China. Nicholas Hwende, he's another South African fighter, I think, right? No, Zimbabwe, excuse me.
Zimbabwe, yeah.
3 5-minute rounds, 145. We'll tell you about Hwende first. He is Hwende. If you're not watching us on YouTube, he is 9-2, 3 knockouts, 1 submission. He's been submitted once. He's 3-2 in Brave. Former champion of the promotion. He lost his last bout via submission. That's where he gave up his belt. So he's won 3 of his last 4. He's a regional champ. He's fight at 135. G is 13-5. XIE 13-5, 4 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's been submitted once. That makes him durable. This is his debut in Brave. He's won 5 of 6 and 5 of 8. He did lose his last bout. He's another guy who's been on 2 seasons of Road to UFC. He went 2-2 in the Road to UFC 01 in Contender Series. Do you remember who beat him, Gumby?
Yeah, I can tell you that it was Olivier Murad, and
There
I
you
can tell
go.
you that it happened the last week of October in 2021.
Okay. Are you going to tell us why you know that, or you just know?
We recorded the episode talking about Bin Shea from an hotel in Atlanta right before I went to the World Series.
There you go. Yep. There you go. Oh, great memories, eh, Gumby? Recording episodes about Bin Shea in hotel rooms. All right.
That's how my wife likes to vacation. Is
exactly.
talking about Bin Shea with you.
If it's not LFA events, then yes, that's how she likes to party. He used to fight at 135 and 155. 2 years younger than Hwende, 2 inches taller, an inch of reach advantage.
Yeah, so I think Hwende is going to come in here as a slight dog. The reason why Bin Shea, like you said, has multiple road to the UFC fights. He was on Contender Series. You know, he's kind of been around the block, and Hwende is coming off of that loss. Granted, he was once upon a time the champ. But at the same token, I think you could probably get him like probably not a big dog. It's probably going to be like a plus 125 to like a, you know, negative 100 kind of situation here, or a negative, you know, 150 situation here for Bin Shea. And I like Hwende. And the reason I like Hwende is simple. Bin Shea has chronically fought with his chin up in the air. Now, granted, I want to give him a little bit of credit because in his last fight, he seems to have fixed that issue just a little bit, but he chronically fights with his head way up in the air, which I think is a real big problem, especially because one of his biggest issues is, in addition to, you know, having his chin way up in the air, is that when people crowd him or people pressure him, he does not do the smart thing where he circles away, or he does not do the smart thing where he clinches up. He's like one of those guys who seems to like push his opponent and try to like back away with his chin up in the air. And so then his chin is even higher than it was before. And like Hwende has the ability to tag that chin because he throws really tight. He has nice compact striking. I think that could be a problem. And then in addition to that, like Binche's takedown defense has been pretty good historically, but Hwende's a decent wrestler with like kind of an interesting jiu-jitsu game. He's like got some really nice front headlock submissions and stuff like that. So, I could see him like scoring some takedowns and catching Binche on the way up. So, basically just with the defense being an issue for Binche, like I think Hwende's worth a play, especially if he comes in here as a slight underdog.
All right. Looks like it's about a third of the people on Tapology are in on him. 36%.
I think
36.
I think they're probably not weighing his title run. So like the books will. So like that'll probably move it a little bit closer to even money, but I do think you can still probably get him as an underdog here.
Fantastic. All right. We will get to our main event and our lightning round place after I tell you about you doing this in the fly gummy underdog. You got underdog ready?
I got underdog. It's right here.
All right. Look at you. Underdog. Pick'em. Underdog is a great place to play fantasy pick'em. You can win up to $500. Your entry there. Simply pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. It's available for a ton of sports. Gummy's going to probably give you a play right now. I don't know what sport. Maybe football. He seems to always have football plays now. Not football. Baseball, maybe.
Oof, no, I need to pump the brakes on the football.
Yeah.
No, not even the Braves. Huge win on Sunday. Not actually a huge win. They're eliminated from the playoffs, so it doesn't matter. But they did win 8-3 over the Astros, the first place Astros, and they're going to be playing the Nationals on Monday, who's a much worse team. Mitchell Parker on the mound with like a 6 ERA or something like that, and I'm going to go with Ha-Seong Kim's higher than on his total bases. Had 3 hits on Sunday, so give me Ha-Seong Kim. All
right. Plus, listen to this. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our code MMASGPN. So check out Underdog at fantasy.com. And Rhythm, RITHMM. Rhythm is off to a great start in college football and the NFL. Rhythm has introduced a leaderboard with weekly cash prizes just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type from any model you build, and you can win $1,000. Gummy, do you have a play? It doesn't have to be NFL. It can be anything.
No, we'll stick NFL. Monday night, I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not even going to say I just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the spread. I like them straight up. They're like plus 125 underdogs right now. Don't trust the Texans. Don't believe they're real. And Baker Mayfield, at least in the second half of week 1, looked real good. So give me the money line on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I am in on Tampa Bay as well, and I am winning our internal contest this week on me so far. 7-3 as of this recording.
What happens if the MLB guy or the MMA guys just sweep the football contest every week?
That would be, and we're killing in baseball too. So yeah, we're taking over. All right, see if Gumby knows what he's talking about, and I as well, because I'm in on Tampa Bay. You can use promo code SGP25 when you download the Rhythm app. And you get 25% off your first month. So download Rhythm, RITHMM, use our promo code SGPN25. See if they're in on Tampa Bay as well. All right. We know about a little bit about MMA as well. It doesn't seem like it sometimes, but
we had a rough last couple UFCs. But You know what? This is a week off, and it's supposed to help us reset.
Exactly. All right. We are to our main event. Is for the interim featherweight championship. Do you know why it's interim? Do I bother?
Yeah, it's Namat Abdrashov or Abdrashatov.
Of course.
He was their featherweight champion, and he took a fight for Tough Enough. Yeah. In their featherweight division, which I'm assuming was his ploy to try to get into the UFC, right? Because Tough Enough is like a feeder league, and he fought Jamie Siraj from Canada. And it was actually one of my plays that I threw out in the Discord was Jamie Siraj as an underdog, and Jamie Siraj beat him. So I think he's coming back, maybe with his tail between his legs in that one. But yeah, Abdrashatov is the guy's last name, and I'm assuming he'll be back at some point.
See, did you have to look this stuff up? Do you know I'm going to ask?
No, because I remember Jamie Siraj. We played him as an underdog in the Discord. Everybody was in on him. I think he was like plus 215 or something like that. And I was like, I love Jamie Siraj, even though he's Canadian.
This is the type of brain we're working with here. Gumby's got a sick brain, these things that he remembers. All right, so it's 5-minute rounds. It's 145. It's for an interim belt. Rauan Bekbolat, he is from Uzbekistan. Omar Solomanov, He is from the Ukraine. So we got Ov versus the At, and they're fighting for. Where did I say that Bekbolat? I think it's the wrong country. Kazakhstan is where he's from. My apologies. I think I didn't say he was Kazakh.
I think you said
All
he
right.
was Pakistan.
Yes, my apologies.
That's not the same.
I assume it's the same part of the world, probably.
Yes,
far away
correct.
from me is what it is, where it is. Let's tell you about Solomanov first. 13-3, 8 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been submitted 3 times. That means he owes his rounds. 4-1 in Brave. He's won 12 of 13. Submission win in his last bout. This is a rematch. You didn't catch me here, Gumby.
I was waiting for it.
Solomanov lost via submission to Bekbolat back in August of 2024. Solomanov used to fight at 155. He's been fighting since 2012 in MMA. Shymyr, Shymyr is the nickname, all one word. 11-3, that's Bekbolat. 11-3-2, 8 knockouts, 3 submissions. He's been knocked out once. He's durable. 2-0 in Brave. He's won 6 straight and 7 of 8. He's not lost since April 2021. He's a regional champ. He's fed at 135. He's 6 years younger than Solomanov. He's 3 inches taller. He's got 4-inch reach advantage over him.
Yeah, this one's hard for me to line. Because on one hand, Bekbolat won the first fight, and it's not that long ago, right? It was 2024, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So like they fought recently, and Bekbolat won. So like you'd assume he's a favorite. On the other hand, Solomanov beat the hell out of him for the vast majority of that fight. Shot takedowns, was on top, dropped elbows, and just one of the takedowns didn't work out, and he wound up in a submission, right? And so, like, on one hand, like, one guy did win. On the other hand, the other guy dominated all the positioning and the timing and most of the damage and probably was winning on the judges' scorecards. So, like, you'd imagine the last winner still comes in here as the favorite, right? But, like, by how much could that be? My guess is, like, -175 plus 150-ish. Because I can't imagine you install a much bigger of a favorite than that, being that he got sort of ragdolled early in that fight.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of hoping it's bigger than that because I'm going to take Solomanov. I rewatched the fight, and I'm like, it is dumb where he stuck it. It was a guillotine, right, that he lost by.
You're going to make me look this up, are you? Or you remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a guillotine. But, it was like dumb that he kept like getting close to being submitted, and then he wound up being submitted, right?
You're
like,
correct. Guillotine.
And like, it wasn't the first guillotine he was in. It was just the last one he was in, So like Solomanov like got himself in trouble a couple of times. But on the other hand, like it is a 5-round fight. I worry about that a little bit, but is the guy who's dropping ground and pound early in the fight going to be the one tired at the end? I think the guy trying to get back up is probably going to be more cooked here. So I kind of believe that Solomanov wasn't winning by a fluke there. And I think Bekbolat did kind of pull off a fluke win. So I'm going to go Solomanov, hopefully get him at dog price.
All right. What were you saying? It was going to be short.
I said like maybe plus 150.
Okay. Plus 150 it is. All right. I'll give you a recap, but don't you go away. We got lightning round. And as we just told you at the start of the episode, lightning round, you can win a lot of money on if you follow Gumby. All right. He's got Solomanov. He has got Hwende. He has got Maaev. He has got Biko. He has got T. All right. Lightning round. Zap, bam, boom, pow. Let it rip.
Yeah. So the first one I'm going to take is Zekui Dwoji, who's an 8-1 fighter from China, and his only losses to Bekbolat. Really impressed with just the overall game of him. So that's Zekui Dwoji, who's one of my favorite ones on this one. And the other one I'm going to take is Ahmed Tarek. I wrote down some notes on Ahmed Tarek. He's an Egyptian wrestler guy, but he has come with like this very weird jiu-jitsu game to go along with like fun Egyptian wrestling. He's got a Von Flu choke. He's got a Peruvian necktie. So like he's got like fun submissions to go along with that. And his only loss is to a guy from PFL MENA who 2 fights later tested positive for steroids and had to be pulled from the tournament. And the weird thing about that is when they say that they've been tested positive for steroids in PFL MENA, it says they've been suspended by, do you know the athletic commission that suspends them?
No, because they don't really have them over there.
Correct. It's the Wyoming State Athletic Commission is in charge of those fights. So thank you, PFL, for that little tidbit, because it said he had been suspended by the Wyoming State Athletic Commission. I was like, the hell? Why would he be? But anyway, Tarek is just like fun jiu-jitsu, and as long as he's not fighting like a dude who's roided out of his mind, is going to be just fine. So once again, that's Ahmed Tarek and Zekwidoji as my 2 lightning round plays.
All right, you are all set. If you want to talk more Brave or anything else, you can hit us up in the old Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. YouTube comment section, MMA Gambling Podcast, as long as you subscribe first. Thank you very much. Twitter, SGPN MMA. He's at Gummy Vreeland. I'm at Jeff Fox Writer, at Jeff Fox Writer on Instagram as well. Check out my Substack. All my MMA writings is there, as well as my weekly UFC pick'em contest when the UFC runs. That is moneymma.substack.com. Gummy's got another podcast. It's called Top Turtle MMA. Who is on it this week, Gummy? Do we know?
We got Adam Livingston, who you just mentioned is now an underdog on Contender Series. Fun striker from Long Island, and a great interview as well. And then later on in the show, we got Tamerlan Dulatov, brother of Islam Dulatov, who's fighting at Octagon this weekend.
Nice. All right, so check it all out. That is Top Turtle, wherever you get your podcasts. And of course, we can be found at sportsgamblingpodcast.com. Gummy and I, lots of writing there. As we were bragging through one of the ad reads.
Did you see my longest field goal prop article?
New one, eh? My Harrison, what's his name? Bucker, is that his name?
Yeah.
He had a 50-yarder today. I saw he's on my.
Well, that's good. That's good. I had the deep ones up from the Chiefs, so that's
there. You go. Nice. All right, yeah. So we have lots of fun stuff at sportsgamblingpodcast.com for you degens. You can also catch us at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/store. Remember, football at checkout, you get 25% off your purchase, and there's lots of good gear in there. And accessories, not just gear. And of course, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Patreon. You get some bonus content from the old bosses. We will be back tomorrow. It'll be Shorty Vreeland, because I'm bigger than him. Little King Kong, Jeff Fox. We'll talk to you then.